quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 Thomas.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
There you go. There you go.
Burrow will throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
I'm one, right?
Mixon with a first down carry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got his big tight end here. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Third and goal, Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Hey, go Fury.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Ultra.
2nd and 11. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially. The finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Texans at 4-8 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. He's up to the 20 and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40.
11 empty paint.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Here we go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Get set.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On one, ready?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun to give to Mixon. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. Again, he'll drop to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. He'll get it inside the 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 of the 6. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away.
John Hightower on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here we go. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Open man is Chase, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Burrow looking to pass. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. They go play action with Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
First down, Bengals.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
11.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players and somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here we go.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Burrow. Buying time to his left. Now Burrow loses the football, and the Texans scoop it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit. Now a carry here for Hilliard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking to throw. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well.
Hey, can.
An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
On one, ready? 11.
Play action. It's Burrow. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, 27 yards. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
21. Texans, nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw caught by Raymond. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Finding Pierce on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
11 MP. Stop.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Burrow picked off by a guy he won a title with at LSU, Derek Stingley. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Ultra, heel,
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
ready.
They'll set up to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bengals will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. A handoff running left, Mixon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Burrow on play action. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Bengals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 42 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
11.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it is 28-0.
Texans, nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll... remaining. We'll be back after this. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupted, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Here we go, here we go.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
113 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the foot.
Touchdown! Jeff Smith, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
He'll look to throw. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Here we go. 11.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
11 empty. 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. McPherson on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bengals 41, Texans nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
It's been a tough go for them, and still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
2nd and 9 now. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
130 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets.